So let's take a look at different methods of getting into the triangle. Okay. In the fundamentals class, I'm showing people how to either control wrists, pin and pull, and come up, which was like Triangle 101 many years ago, or just use a collar tie to pin and get into the triangle. Now, in fundamentals class, I like to show the triangle the way I've been showed for years. It's been done that way for years. In advance, I like to show it the method, the knee turn that John Danaher uses. So, fundamentals, lift, pin, pull your knees to the chest, hold, and when I release, when Peter goes to spin out, you can't. I'm controlling his posture, and I'm preventing him from spinning out by pinning this. So it goes to turn hard, turn hard. You can't. I can take my time and lock it up. Now, all that changed, and John Danaher did change this to my knowledge. He's the first person I saw do this. He doesn't care about the arm. He doesn't care where the arm is. When he enters into a triangle, however he gets in there, he quite literally doesn't care if your hand's on the floor or if it's framed. The only exception would be if it's like hugging your hip. That's a little bit different. But even if his hand's just here, John was all about holding the head and using this hand either here or even better at the leg. And what I'm going to do is take my knee over his shoulder and use that to turn my body. And as I get underneath him and I get into this position, look what happens to his arm. It drags across my body naturally. So there's no need to actually focus on using the arm so much. And that changed a lot. I remember John Danaher telling me to private, like, why you? He goes, don't worry about the arm. Don't worry about the arm. I'm like, really? He's like, no, don't worry about it. He goes, just grab the head and start spinning. So his hand could even be on the floor. Again, as long as it's not hugged behind my hip, I reach. I usually get this first, but if I can get his leg, that's where things change, and I angle out. And look at the position. Look what happens to Peter's arm. It starts to drag. And what happens is as my knee comes up and over, I naturally eliminate the shoulder from the lock. Okay? So we're going to take a look at an entry where I'm going to hold here, I'm going to come out, and I'm going to pummel my shin over his bicep. It's something Joe D'Arcy showed me a long time ago of Darce choke fame. The second that's over his bicep, most people won't realize he's already in the triangle. I come up and over and I lock. This time his arm is framed. No big deal. Control, reach. I can get this first to get a little angle, but ultimately I want to get his leg. Now, I can't turn the corner. Watch what I do with my left knee. That's the key that changes is this whole triangle setup and entry. It took me a long time to get this and drill it. Once I started getting it, I started using it exclusively in training. I started hitting it on good people. Okay, so once again, here and here, open. Don't put your feet on the floor. Angle out and pummel your shin over the bicep, almost like you're doing a scissor sweep. We're going to enter and lock into the triangle. Again, it doesn't matter whether his hand is framed or here. As I come to the head, usually I get armpit first if I have to, but if I can get leg, even better. Left knee pummels over, and that actually helps me turn my hips out, and I lock, and you guys get a tremendously tight triangle. Okay, let's give it a shot. So, looking around the room, seeing some of you guys get it. Jeff, I'll use you. You're a big guy. Okay, I do have long, skinny legs, so it's easier for me to triangle. As I was talking with Justin before, if you have skinny legs, it will be easier to get into triangles, but you'll have to do more to make up the extra space and make it tight. If you have thick legs or shorter legs, it will be harder to enter the triangles, but if you do lock it, it will be locked on. Okay, so again, something Joe D'Arcy showed me a long time ago, usually with the gi, but no gi, we can do it too. Just control the elbow, control the posture, move those hips out, not by putting the feet on the floor, but by making our legs heavy. This just pummeled over. That's all I did was get to this point. It doesn't feel like he's in a triangle, but he is. Lock up. The John Danaher knee turn method. Okay? As he's driving into me, he's trying to resist. I hold here. I reach to his leg, and I use that knee inside the shoulder, or rather outside the shoulder. And I lock it up. And look, even on Jeff, very, very strong triangle. So focus first on getting something to turn the corner, and have the confidence that if you're just holding his head and my leg's tight, when Jeff goes to pull out, pull, get out of that, get out. It's difficult. I can turn. I can get into that position. Okay? A couple more reps. Looking good.